Okay, so I want to do part 2 of this video and being able to take up lineups for the night or day, whatever that is, as you invest and make back your $25 a night and build up a bankroll, and you can keep on making 25 on the low end. Really should be at least 20% earnings on your strategies that you use to perfect your lineups daily and nightly, as long as you follow these strategies right here that I'm showing you right now. So everything's pretty easy. You can go ahead and go to, if you like to sort of follow step by step of everything we've done so far, just to recap real quick, but this will be a short video and I'll make a part 3 of this. And so step 1 was just, if you're using Draft Dashboard as recommended, you just clear out your watch players for the day or for the night, and you just get rid of some of those players. For example, if it's a football matchup game on DraftKings or FanDuel, you just clear the watch list, starting a fresh slate. And you go ahead and as I showed you in the last video, go ahead to Roto Grinders, schedules, and you just take an overall look, because it can be a lot of overwhelming information at first. So I like to just familiarize myself with the slate going on, like especially tonight. On the 12th of December, there's an NHL good slate going on, which I am going to use to my advantage and be able to check out this slate, as I need all this information as I'm trying to determine a very important objective here as far as deciding which goalie to try and use. There are a few factors in doing so, and such as projected goals. Okay, that's one thing as the Vegas betting system is looking at, is trying to determine the highest scoring goals, such as Chicago and Vegas, Washington, and the Columbus Blue Jackets, all excellent scoring teams that you can stack, but you don't want to really worry about taking their goalie so much unless they match up here at the bottom of the list. These are the least amount of points projected. Like you have Colorado at Washington, just happens to be a good team basically versus a bad team, and so on with Edmonton at the Columbus Blue Jackets. As you see, it really does match up though at the bottom of the list, as you'll find that the better teams are also down here in the positive, because up here obviously they're enlisted in the negative because they're favored in these same games that are down here, because these and then you reflect that obviously the numbers match up here in the money line, such as a negative 196 favorable in Chicago's way, in Washington 199, and so on. So I just pick my goalies. I try to get them in this range right here, as it's showing some of the goalies potentially starting. You have to verify that per the last video on daily. Now I forget the website. dailyfaceoff.com. That's right. That's where we're verifying our lines for our forwards, especially taking for example the first 6 starting forwards for a team, like it says on the DFSR site, as I'll just show you right here, where it's saying that they offer excellent advice. And I don't just rely on this, obviously, a website, because that's not what you want to do, as you also want to keep, of course, updated. I check twice the injuries for the day, early on in the day and late in the day, because I like to keep that in reference in my mind and do a final check just before the tip-off or the ices of these games, going forward. So with that particular stack in mind, for the Florida Panthers, you could go, if I could find it here right now. For example, right here, it says, for this guy here, Panthers top 6 forwards and their incredible upside, stacking in a combination of those in tournaments. So this is a great clue right here as to what you want to do. And then you want to verify that information, though, as far as stacking, if this looks good according to the NHL Draft Dashboard. So you go to NHL, obviously, once you gain access here. I'm helping you to do so here through the video link. You can click on that, and then you can basically go to the top plays of the day, where this will list out all the players. You won't miss anyone. Everything will be there to list out. So just going to show you up and finish this video. And if they rank well and they are towards the top of this list, you have bingo verified that those would be a successful possible stack for you. As I see here at the top of the list, there's a lot of Buffalo players, Minnesota, some Columbus, more Minnesota, Washington. So that you want to be careful with. I mean, it could be fine as a stack, maybe to do one lineup. I do like about 8 of the tournament lineups in the low entry price range, which fits well within the 25 floor dollar strategy that I've talked about. So if you keep following along there, and as I verified, I won't use it in more than one stack because of that information not lining up in accordance to Florida being a good stack according to this program right here, the Optimizer and Draft Overall Ranking Algorithm program. So that's what I want to make sure as very importantly lining up with anything website that you check, such as this or any other that you want to check for lineups and read about players, because obviously you don't have a lot of time to watch these games every week and so forth. So hope that helps you out for now, and I'll come back with the next video later on. Thanks a lot for watching this one.